Hey guys, today is July the 23rd of 2019, and I wanted to do a video called Essential Tools. These are non-Gann tools. This is just something that I think you should have in your arsenal when you're trading Forex. uh, like I said, nothing to do with Gann. I just think these are things you just need, even if you're not even into Gann, but essential for trading Forex or stocks or whatever. There's going to be two indicators that you may not have, but I figure I'll share with you and show you how I use it. So this is the New Zealand dollar, and it looks like they're saying that some people are saying that New Zealand dollar could be in possible breakout mode. We'll see, but I'm starting to analyze the New Zealand dollar, and how I start out with is I create a chart just for the New Zealand dollar, and I add these indicators. But most of these indicators, most of you have them. Maybe there's just two that you don't have, or maybe two or three. But we'll start out. First thing I do with the New Zealand dollar, if I want to do some analysis, and this is just the beginning stages, but these are the essential tools you need. And this is not Gann, this is just essentials. So you can kind of see the position of the market, where it's at. You do the monthly, and you get, the most data you could get. I'm max available over here. I could go all the way, the low of 2000 and the high of 2011. So the first thing you do, you add what you call, and this may cater to, I think, Thinkorswim users, is the Tipi Profile, especially if you're trading Forex. If you're trading stocks, futures, then you could use the volume profile. But for Forex, you need the Tipi Profile. You add that, and what this does, it gives you the value area high, the value area low, and the point of control. The point of control I made white so I could kind of see and it could stick out. But you can see how the volume is. It's kind of dark green here. I have it like in the background. And I could adjust this, on the indicator just to kind of be pleasing to the eye. So pretty much when you're changing, for a weekly, you can see that we were at a value area low here, and that we failed and we're pushing lower. And this is a weekly 3-year chart. You can go to a 1-year chart, and you can see this is the value area high, value area low, and the point of control. And you can see that the New Zealand dollar has just lost the point of control, which is at 67.51. And as you go down the time frames, different time frames, this is a 12-hour, you can see how it adjusts. It does the calculation, and it just tells you, okay, this is the value area high, value area low, point of control within 180 days on a 12-hour chart. So my days are pretty much with geometry, max 3 years, 1 year, 90 day, 30 day, 15 day, 10 day, 5 day. So this was the 12-hour. You go to the 4-hour, which is the 90. You can see that the value area high was up here, and the New Zealand dollar failed. And then a possible target could be the point of control within the 90-day 4-hour chart, 66.23. So you see how valuable this is? And this has nothing to do with Gann. It's just telling you where the players are positioned, where the calculation says this is the value area high, this is the value area low, and then this is the point of control. This is the middle ground. This is where the battle zone is. So, chances are maybe the New Zealand dollar could come down here. But, the more lower you get, it adjusts. You see, if you're trading the 1 hour, 30 day, I'll show you that this is the point of control. 66.75. My computer's running a little slow here. So that was what? This is the 30-minute, 66.75. So you see 66.23. So compared to the 90-day and the 30-day, that's the point of control. 15-minute, you can see that we lost the point of control, 67.20, and this is the value low. So you get the drift. So let's go to the max. The next thing I add in my arsenal is the Chikou Cloud, and I customize it. I haven't changed the numbers in regards to the calculation. I just taken out the Tenkan, the Cajun, and the Chikou. I just don't have it showing, but I like to see the cloud, because what the cloud does, it shows me a picture of where the instrument is in regards to structure. So you can see once you zoom in that the New Zealand dollar is below the cloud, so it's bearish. And the future, you can see that the cloud hasn't even turned positive yet on the monthly. And then you can see the point of control. So if you look at the weekly, using 3 year, you can see that we hit the value area high here, or maybe it was the low. I got to look at where, yeah, so this is the point of control. So this is the value area low. We're below the cloud, and the future got a little positive here, but then it's negative. And then you can see that these are key levels that you want to watch. So right here is the 66.96, could be a good support level for the New Zealand dollar. And I just use it for support levels and gauging where this instrument is in regards to the cloud. So you can see on the weekly, we're bearish. Once we get into the cloud, they say that the volatility increases, it could get choppy. It's not trending only when it gets above and out of the cloud. Then we go into the daily, and you can see that we are above the cloud, so that's positive. The future on the cloud is showing positive, but we sold off. We lost point of control. So you can see that right here could be, maybe it just cracked it, 67.08. It's dancing around 67.06 right now. This is another kind of support which it hit right now, 67.02. So the bigger the longer the line is, the stronger the support or resistance, depending on what direction it is. You can see that right here, this is going to be a nice good support, 66.31, and over here, and also, well, this is the value area low, but somewhere around here. So you see how important it is looking at the cloud. So on the daily, you're above the cloud, so that's bullish, and it looks like a nice little pullback right now. So let's go back to the max. So I add the cloud. Then the next thing I add is my moving average exponential. I add like 100. You can add whatever you want. If it's a 50, it just kind of gives me the line in the sand, and you'll see it. It's in gray. It's just one simple exponential moving average, and I have it at 100. Then the next thing I add is Woody's pivot. Those are my favorite pivots. I've tested Woody's. I've tasted Carmelia. I've tasted all these, tested even John Pearson's. And the one I've seen that has worked the most in my experience seeing these indicators has been the Woody's. So I've added the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. I add all those to my chart. And like I said, this has nothing to do again. This is just showing me support and resistance. I got them all in there. Yeah. And then I hit apply. And as you can see, looking at the monthly, you really can't tell much because it's just one big blob right there. But once you go into the weekly, you can see that the big ones are the monthly pivots. So this right here is the, they got a name for it. I always forget. PP. And then S1, S2, S3 support, R1, R2, R3. So this is like the middle point right here. And that's always the purple. And then these right here are the weekly, but you can see I only have it just showing for the month and for the week and for the day. The daily one, you really can't see it. The weekly are triangles, but you can see right there that there's a triangle right there. But monthly, you can see that this was resistance. This is the middle, and you can see the levels. Once we go into the daily, then you see that this is the monthly support. These triangles are the weekly. You can see that the weekly right here, we lost that level, which is the point of control. And now we hit a S1 on the weekly. So this is really good and you can see that this level right here is hit on the cloud. So you can see that there's some kind of support right here, and let's see if it holds. If not, then if it continues pushing lower, this could be a next monthly support right here. And then if you go, let's say the 1 hour, these little round dots, these are the daily pivots, the daily woody pivots. So you can see that right here, this was the PP level, and then this is support on the daily, support on the daily, support on the daily, and then this is on the weekly. So this is pretty much for people that's like, I can't get the Gann stuff, but if you could just give me something that I could just see what's what, then this video is for you. These are essentials. I have these on my charts. I like to, when I'm looking at an instrument, I just boom, pop it up and just see the structure and the position of where this market's at, and it just kind of gives me a quick glance, quick decision, decide, is it bullish, is it bearish, is this trending, is it just sideways, and we just take it from there. And then lastly, this is the indicator that you may not have, but if you do, it's great. What I have is a hack. This is a trader called David Starr. He's part of this group called Simple Traders, and he created this thing called Fib Grid. And what I have is a hack that someone created on a indicator forum for Thinkorswim, and I like it. So I'm going to show you how I use it. If you can find it and you have it, then you probably have the better one, because mine is just more of a simple hack. His is more complex and it has more levels. Mine is just like someone that created it and has some basic levels, but they're very important. And then this one is going to be special for the New Zealand dollar. And then I save this as a New Zealand dollar levels. So I take everything out, and the rule behind the Fib Grid is that you open up a weekly, and then you get the max data you can available on the weekly. And what you want to do is you want to look at the first impulse wave of the lowest part of lowest price action you have on the chart. So right here, the lowest I have in my chart is from the October 2016, October 16, 2000 price level, 38.97. What you want to do is, the rule of what I've learned from David Starr is you take the first impulse wave on the weekly, and that is going to be your Fib Grid level. I already created mine, and that's what, 38.97. So this, once you add the Fib Grid, this is special to the New Zealand dollar. If you don't add this and you just have all these right here, then you could just switch through instruments, the euro, the Aussie, the CAD, and it'll show you these key levels. Really quick, where's support, where's resistance, where's the value area high, value area low, and the point of control. But once you have the Fib Grid, then if you switch through instruments, it's going to throw you off. So we have this here. This is from the low. And then you see it's from the start to here, and then all these are Fib levels spanning out all the way. And these are constant. I have this right? Yeah. No, this is this. I'm looking for my Fib Grid. From the low. Yep, that's right. And then the high. Where's the high one? Somewhere around here. Oh, yeah, this is the high one. All right, so I'm going to turn off the high so you can see the difference. So this is from the low, my Fib Grid. From this first, it's always the weekly first impulse wave from the low. Once you determine that, this all spans out within the life of the instrument. And you can see that I've gone as far as up this high. Maybe David Starr's indicators go all the way up here and even higher. But mine, whoever created this, made it all the way as far as up to here. And that's where it ends. And if you can see, just from that low, there's a key level right here on the New Zealand dollar, which is the gotta open this up more. You can see right here is at 66.92. There's a Fib Grid level, which is important. And he has a code names for it, snow lines and fire line. I just like to see the line, and that's it, and just showing me that this is a key level using the Fib Grid. If you add, there's some bubbles that whoever created it can show you what the Fib numbers are, and it'll show you real quick. I just kind of like take them off. So you can see the 261.8, 1.618, 382, 618. So I just take the bubbles off because sometimes I want to see what the candles look like, and it's in my way, the bubbles. So once you have that, then you could go to the top of the instrument and you add that. Let's take, I'm going to turn this one off. This one that's the low, and this is the high. So let's go there. And what you do, I go into the high part, the highest part of the New Zealand dollar, and I take that first impulse wave. So the high was 88.41, and then the low, the ending, was 79.64. And then if you look out on the instrument, you see how, and this is from the high part, how it shoots out, and this is the lowest part of the Fib Grid. You can see key levels just by zooming in right here. You can see that this was a strong resistance level, and it kind of chopped around here. This is another Fib Grid level, and then right here is your Fib Grid level. This is where we're at. Prices are right here, and this is a support. So to sum it all up, you have the Fib Grid high, you add the Fib Grid low, you add your Woody pivots, you have your TPO profile, you have the weekly, you add the daily, and I have this comparison just in case I was trading CAD, and you could compare the future CL crude oil as an example, and then lastly you add the Ichimoku. So I have all these here. You hit apply, and then this is what my chart looks like, and then I call this the New Zealand dollar levels, and then I can see my Fib Grid here. I can see that there's a weekly pivot right there. I can see that there's a support on the Chikou Cloud. And this is, like I said, non-Gann. This is just another way of looking at the market quickly. If you don't understand Gann, and you can see right here, there's some support right here. As soon as you zoom in, point of control, and then you go into the 1 hour. You can see this is the weekly, the daily, and we're just kind of stabilizing here. But you see also the big levels, the Fib Grid level right here. And you see the point of control right here. Hopefully you like this video. This is what I call essentials. If you could get these and call it, Ichimoku, Woodies, or whatever, I just use Woodies because I like them. Some exponential moving average, and then the Ichimoku and a TPO profile, different from volume profile, because on Forex you don't have that. But in my Thinkorswim platform we have TPO, and you have that. And if you could get the Fib Grid indicator, and you apply the way I did using the weekly first impulse, you got yourself a good level machine on scalping, positioning, and then you can add some other indicators that are your favorite, but this is just one I use just for glancing, and I save it as my New Zealand dollar. I already saved it as I call it New Zealand dollar levels, and resaved it again, and that's it. Hopefully you like this video. Subscribe. And probably my next video, I'll show you the Gann grid on the New Zealand dollar. I'm analyzing the New Zealand dollar to see if maybe there's a potential where this thing is just going to continue going up. But we'll see. Peace.